Today's video is sponsored by Ariat. Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. So for those of you guys in the last video who wanted to stay updated on Lana's situation with our second child, I have good news. She delivered strongly this morning at 3:30 in the morning. We named our new baby daughter Jocelyn May, and she was 6 pounds 7 ounces, again at 3:30 this morning. Mom's healthy, baby's healthy, and we are very excited. You might be wondering, what the heck am I doing here in the firewood yard if we just had a baby this morning? Well, my wife's family is in town visiting from Connecticut, and with the way hospitals are these days, they're only allowing one visitor at a time. So in order for her mom and her sister to go visit her, I had to leave, and so that gave me a few hours here to play around in the firewood yard this afternoon. So with all that said, we're going to go ahead and get to working on this big pile of rounds here. With the new baby coming home probably sometime tomorrow, my time is going to be a lot more limited, so we've got to go ahead and make firewood while we can. So what I want to do this afternoon is, over the last probably 2 years that we've had this Easton-made axis, I don't think we've ever really actually put it to a time trial test, you know, to get an idea of what you could realistically expect to split with this in 1 hour if you have all of the wood already cut and ready to go. Typically, when I run this machine, I don't like running a chainsaw for 8 hours a day or running the splitter for 8 hours a day. I usually work in small batches, not like this. Usually I'll run the chainsaw for 15-20 minutes, and then I'll run the splitter for 15-20 minutes and keep my work area clear. But this will be the first time that we've actually got a huge pile of firewood sitting here in front of the Easton-made axis ready to split. And we're definitely not going to run out of firewood rounds here in 1 hour, but the question will be is, how much will we be able to split in 1 hour? So I'll be real interested to see, you know, is it over a cord, is it under a cord? We'll go ahead and fire up the splitter and see what we come out with here. So I mentioned earlier that today's video is sponsored by Ariat, and I just wanted to interrupt quickly to tell you about the biggest sale of the year that they're running right now through November 29th for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. They're running deep discounts on a lot of their stuff, but more specifically, they're running a huge promotion on their Ariat hoodies, including this one. They've got about 20 or 30 different designs for men and women. This one here has the Ariat logo on the back outlined in the American flag. I thought was pretty cool. But they've got a bunch of different designs. Go check out the link in the description below. Again, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, now through November 29th. Check out the link and go see how much you can save. right, so we started splitting about 4 p.m. and around here, this time of year, the sun is setting about 5 p.m. So that was about an hour's worth of splitting, and we got about 2/3 of a cord of firewood split. Each one of these baskets holds 1/3 of a cord. We did have a little bit of some offcuts, cookies and things like that that we split up for our own wood boiler. But 2/3 of a cord might not sound like a lot in an hour, but I'll tell you why it is, because at the same time as I'm splitting this, I am also stacking it. And I know from past experience, if I just have a pile of loose firewood, it takes me about 15 minutes to stack one of these baskets. So if I was splitting for an hour, I think you could safely assume that I spent about 15 minutes per basket stacking these. And so really I was only splitting for a half an hour and stacking for a half an hour. So if I would have just been splitting and throwing them into a pile and not stacking them, I think I could have got 2 of these baskets done in a half an hour, which means I could have got 4 done in 1 hour, which would mean that this splitter right here, if you've got all your wood set up right next to it and it's easy to get to, I think you could realistically expect to split 1 1/4 cords in 1 hour. So I just got word that my sister-in-law just got back from visiting my wife in the hospital, and now my mother-in-law is heading in to go visit her for a few hours and see the new baby. So I've got a couple more hours down here in the wood yard to see if I can round out this full cord of firewood before I've got to head back to the hospital. But as you can see behind me, we are quickly losing daylight, but I've got a fix for that that's going to keep us working here through the night. So a company called VVPRO was kind enough to send us these work lights, and not just 1 set, but 2 sets, so I can work down here in the evening. And we are going to power them with this To-Go Power portable power station that's rated for 1,500 watts. These work lights are LED. I believe they're 15,000 lumens for each set, which means that each one of those lights individually is 7,500 lumens. And they've got a little button on the back of each of them, so you can run them independently if you don't have enough of a big enough power station to run it for that length of time. But I believe that each one of these pulls about 200 watts, maybe a little bit less. So between the 2 of them, we should be pulling 400 watts, which this power station should handle no problem. Let's go ahead and turn them on, and we'll see how many watts it's pulling. So there, the lights came on, and we're pulling about 332 watts, which this power station will run those lights for about 3.8 hours. And just to give you an idea of how bright they are and how much they light up the work area out here so I can work safely at night, I don't see any issues, especially having 2 of them. So if I'm working on this side and there's a shadow on the splitter over there, this one here will clear up that shadow. So having 2 of them is almost essential if you're going to be working at night. But yeah, this time of year when it gets dark out like this, you either accept that you're going to lose 5 hours a day, or you get yourself work lights and work through the night. right, guys, I think that's going to do it for tonight. We were able to get another third basket filled and about half of another basket filled. But I just got the call from the wife that she's ready for me to come back to the hospital, so I got to get going. I want to give a big thank you to VVPRO for sending us these work lights. Like I said, this time of year going to make a huge improvement in what we're able to do after the sun goes down. I also want to thank Ariat for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget, go check out their Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals. If you guys enjoyed this one, give us a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and I hope to see you on the next one when hopefully Lana and Jocelyn get home from the hospital. I think I forgot to tell you guys, we're planning on calling her Josie for short. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.